So in today's video, I want to talk about this mindset, which ultimately it's a self-defense tactic that a lot of people are using. It's about privilege. It's about only caring about what's happening in the very close bubble around ourselves and thinking that if that's all you put your attention to, that's somehow the best thing to do. Just to focus on yourself, stop worrying about politics, about what war is going on when it's not even happening in your country, right? Whatever new inhumane laws are passed, whatever literally earth-shattering new information comes up regarding the most powerful people whose boots we're trapped under still, right? Just don't think about all that. Why waste your time and energy on things that you cannot change anyway? And that way, you also have the perfect ground to judge and ignore everyone else around you that does think and speak about the very real things that are happening every day all around us. You can call them woke, you can call them negative, complainers, who are only salty because they don't have what it takes to make it in the real world. And this is absolutely exactly what we're supposed to do, by the way. Everyone who shares that mindset is doing exactly what they're supposed to, because we have all been stripped of our collective power and made to think that way, right? They make us feel like we are an isolated individual that has no control over anything. That's just a faulty little gear in a machine too big for us to understand, right? They want you to feel scared and alone. They want you afraid of being labeled a misfit, ungrateful, whatever it takes for you to just shut up and put your head down again. And people will be like, why do you look into stuff that will upset you? Just turn it off and be happy. And I don't know how to explain to you that we should actually care for other people. And what a privilege it is to even be able to say something like that. Until the war and the crisis and everything reaches your doorstep. And then when everyone else around you has already been taken and silenced, there will be no one left to save you. And I don't know if I'm just delusional, but what I'm trying to do here on this channel is I'm trying to speak up about my shit. And people will always just make it about you as an individual, right? It's not our education system and healthcare system that failed me. No, I'm just a weird outlier that's not applied himself. I'm just a lazy fuck who doesn't want to go to work. And that's what most people hear because they don't get the underlying message. This is about finding the courage to just speak up about the things that suck on this earth so we can realize we are so many people actually that are fed up with how things are, that are fed up of everyone around us pretending that everything is fine, and just keep your head down and stop whining and stop being negative. I really don't get the point. By that logic, everyone who's talking about topics like politics or, I don't know, abuse statistics is just being negative. Because they are engaging with these concepts that are inherently negative. And I understand that there's no point in aimless rumination and getting lost in negativity, but I feel like we're getting mostly lost in ignorance. And then people will be like, and how has this kind of thinking done any good for you? And it's like, that's not what it's about. It's not about me. It's not about me feeling good. It's about wanting change. And that requires, as step one, naming the things that need to change. Is that being negative and a mindset problem? I don't know, you tell me. Are we all just being trained to disguise our ignorance and selfishness as protecting our peace? Because that's what it is, right? Isn't that what it is? We want to keep our own little bubble around us safe. That's all there is for most people. And that's why they seem to not be able to imagine that someone would take the inconvenience on himself to feel something for others or to have compassion for something other than your own immediate wants and needs. People will say, why whine around about things? That's just how life is. Do you want everyone to whine around like you? Yes, literally yes. If we all would just realize how many of us are fed up, then maybe we would actually start organizing. And I guess my message here is that there's a time and a place for both, of course. We need to protect our individual sanity, and one human mind alone cannot carry the burden of the world. But that's why we should focus on community even more, so that we don't have to do this all alone. Why not support each other so we can handle these hard times as individuals and as a collective? We have to realize that so many people share these same ideas as us. We want the same change. We can rebuild communities. We can change things. We are not our government, right? We hold the power, and we have to stop ignoring the evil that is ruling us and taking away our lives.